Bacolod in Negros Occidental live from my little compound out here in the jungle. So I wanted to talk about the future, man, of expat life and also maybe some stuff on this channel. And also, uh, maybe I can answer questions if anybody has any. Um, but to start this live stream, I want to give you guys some background about how this channel started, okay? So, and I wrote this out for you, and I was gonna post it, but I'm gonna read it to you here. So, when I started this channel, the vision was like pretty simple. Do some random heavy subjects, maybe some trucking stories, a dash of comedy, reflections on health, a little bit of theology for good measure, and then along the way. And by that point, I'd already been in the Philippines and going back and forth for a long time, right? So, it took a turn, and then I started talking about Philippine stuff and like budgets, and then it started taking off, and we kept, talking about stuff in the Philippines, and that's like totally cool. Um, and got into deeper conversations about the Philippines, cultural comparisons, comparing Filipino culture to American culture, what we can learn from such cultures, and all that good stuff. Building houses, budgets, a lot of other topics just related to expat life in general. And that's totally cool. And I'm going to probably continue doing that. I mean, I'd like to continue doing that. And here's something that people might not know either. I had never seen or watched a Philippines vlog before I moved out to the Philippines, okay? So, like, this whole channel has been my own observations and conversations that we've had, and pretty much, made it up as we went along. Or, I survived and sort of prospered and grew out here on my own. Like, I didn't know anybody when I first came out here. That's a true story, 100%, okay? And, I found out recently, there's like over 500 somewhat wellish known, reputable foreign bloggers in the Philippines. There's like a spreadsheet on some website somewhere. I showed up on there too. And I was like, wow, that's impressive. So, I'm proud to say I do believe this channel is one of the more original ones, free from like monetary agendas and just, real thoughts and honest reflections. And like, we're proud of that, And one thing recently, and I'm not sure if it changed a little bit of the expectation, but see, I've been doing this channel for like a year. I've had 270 videos. And I thought recently, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll put my son on just to do like kind of a little father-son thing a little bit. Maybe he can, show up a few times and make some guest appearances, and it'll be fun. We'll talk about, education and stuff, like educating expat kids and kind of the stuff involved there, right? So that's kind of the reason I did that, and I thought, well, it would be fun. You want the world to know that you're proud of your kids and whatever, your whoever may be. And by the way, my son's mom, she wants nothing to do with being on the channel. Because a few people did ask me, they asked me like, oh, where's your wife? Like, where's your girlfriend? And she doesn't want to be on the channel, so it's that simple. So case closed. But anyway, but in doing that, I wonder if it's some of that, like, changed the expectation. And what's up, doing work, and Chris Perger, good to see you. Good, thank you, sir. Is that a fish in the Philippines? I'm not sure. And I think some people that were new to the channel maybe thought like, oh, this is like a family channel. I want to be very clear. This is not a family vlog, okay? This isn't one of those like, oh, watch us eat breakfast and have Thanksgiving lunch type of vlogs. I'm not into those. That's not what we're doing here. I've always been a relatively private person anyway, okay? So I thought, yeah, I don't need to be such like a serious about it. My son can show up a few times and wave, right? Hello, what's up from India? Good to see you, Manjit. It's sort of like, you're at your desk at work, right? And you have your photo of your family or whatever, like on the desk. Like you don't, you know, talk about them every day. You don't create home videos and bring them to work. You don't like pass out photos of your kids. I mean, I gotta be honest, dude. I find some of it weird, like some of the family vlogs, and I'm not like hating on them, but I do find it a bit weird. Like, I mean, I have personally, like, I don't have a lot of interest in sitting around like watching other people like I eat breakfast with their kids. To me, it's like personal. It's kind of like intimate, right? I mean, I want to hear about topics and stuff. Um, topics and all that. Like, I don't really want to watch people have breakfast with their kids. And, it's just, I'm not into it. I'm not into that, like, reality type of. This channel's always been about topics, like analysis and deep philosophical conversations. This isn't like the Captain Trucker come watch me, push my son on the swing set channel. That's not what we're doing here, okay? So I just want to be very clear on that. And, I've done 270 videos plus, right? I think my son's maybe briefly made appearances in like 4, maybe 5, okay? So I didn't mean to create a false impression that's what, because then, when I came out here, then people are sort of like, where's his mom? What are you doing? What, can we see you eat breakfast? Like, I want to watch you put food in your mouth. Dude, social media is weird. So is reality TV. I'm sorry, but I'm not digging some of that stuff, dude. Like that's not what this channel is, never was, and it never will be. So I didn't mean to create any false impressions. That's not where this channel's going. It's not a family vlog, okay? And I have nothing against them, but I do personally find it a little bit bizarre, especially like when men are like, yeah, I did it all. I made a vlog for my kids. Because that's what my 10-year-old boy and daughter needs. They need a vlog. And Daddy made you famous. Come watch us eat breakfast for $1.99 a month. If you sign up for our membership, you can watch me push my daughter on the swing set. Like, I don't want to watch other people's kids on a vlog. That's just me. I mean, I'm not hating. I have more important things to do, to talk about. We always have on this channel, and I always will. I'm going to maintain that integrity, okay? And that's just the way it is. And like I said, I thought, you feature them a few times, show them. Yeah, that's cool. And, most people are nice, right? I mean, most people are respectful, but you got to also realize that in populations like, 0.1%, you're going to run into some psychopaths and, sociopaths. And like, it's like, I don't know. I don't really want to like these people watching me like have breakfast with my family and stuff. And like, I don't know, dude. It's kind of weird, It's like, I mean, well, that's what a good daddy does. He makes a vlog for his kids. I mean, it's cool, I guess it's like, what is it? It was in the culture. It's like reality TV, right? Well, let me read some comments. Megadeth Miller, what's up, man? Thank you for that. I'll try to hit a double bicep in a second. Give me a second. Okay. What's a burly man? I don't know what that is. This guy asked. I don't know. I don't know what that means. What's up from India? Lucy and Alexandria, what's up? Megadeth Miller, Gemini, thank you. Isaiah 43:8. I don't know that. I got to look that one up. What's up, Paulo? So yeah, that's the only reason why. I'm not digging the family channel deal, okay? So I just want to be very clear on that. That has never been what this channel's about, and that's not the direction it's going, okay? So I think what happened is recently, I think because, I don't know, it's just the normal thing, I guess, like, come watch me throw the Frisbee with my son. I'm like, no, I don't really want to tell you the truth. I mean, I don't watch, like, I don't want to see other people's kids. I mean, no offense. Like, I got better things to be doing, man. Like, we got to learn stuff together on social media, man. God. And that's the other thing I want to discuss is, like, we do have somewhat of a responsibility as vloggers to, like, put out meaningful material. Do you realize our brains are rotten with so much useless, mindless content, okay? Now, I saw a video today that I liked, a reaction video, and another vlogger did about a similar topic of this. And, dude, I mean, there's a sickness going on in the world of vlogging and social media. I mean, it's a real thing, and I'm not saying this like a hater, man. I got compassion on people because what's going on is you got younger and older people getting addicted, okay? Keyword being addicted to the dopamine high of like views and, you know, whatever fame they think they're achieving and this and that. And that's a real thing, okay? And it's causing people to warp their judgment. And I do believe that there's influences out there, like even in this community and other communities that are, you know, I think we're in a spiritual warfare too. And I think, you know, even for bigger creators and stuff, like I think some of them are sort of at the point of no return, right? Like they don't even know what they're doing anymore because you get locked into this vortex on social media, and then you're like, oh, I got to keep doing it. I can't lose my views. I got to keep doing it, and whatever it may be. Like if they're talking about something inappropriate, like maybe their channel has a lot of sexual innuendos and they're flashing women or talking about women a lot, or maybe it's like a family channel and it's like, oh, we're gonna show you how little Billy and Susie are gonna be raised, and maybe like the kids don't even want that necessarily, right? Because then it's like, hey, Susie or Rebecca, smile for the camera, okay? You gotta smile. We gotta make another video. Our livelihood is dependent on you, okay, Rebecca? It's like, and the kids are like, Mommy, I thought this was supposed to be fun. And then they do all sorts of stuff. Like I guess like they get PO boxes, and like then like the subscribers or like viewers will like send them gifts. Like, Rebecca, put on the shirt that our subscribers sent you. We got to make a video, Rebecca. Look at the camera and smile. Put the shirt on. You know, it's crazy, dude. I mean, I don't want to get involved in that. Goodness gracious, man. And again, I'm not hating. I mean, some of it can be fun, right? But when you're doing it on a competitive level, okay, because, you know, some of these people, they start to get a little bit nutty when they go on the social media. They bring their years of insecurities and, I don't know, failed missed opportunities in life, and now they're at the point of no return. They're like, I'm going to compete on the highest level to be the #1 vlogger in this universe, right? And some of them lose their minds. But my point is that I'm not saying that like I feel bad for some of these people. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, you know, but the thing with like, you know, social media and sales, and I want to compare this, do an analogy to sales really quick, okay? Because, what's up, Mike G? Paulo, thank you, sir. Gemini, thank you. I do like that term, Megadeth Miller. Yeah, I want to repeat once again, okay? This is not a family vlog channel. You're not going to see me wake up in the morning, have breakfast with the kids, kiss the wife or girlfriend goodbye, talk about our relation. We're not doing that. This channel has never been about that. Never. Okay? Never. I've done over 270 videos. Anybody who's watched this channel for more than 3 months knows that. Okay? So I just want to be clear on that. Because I think what happened recently was it kind of like, I don't know, it changed sort of the expectations maybe, or perception. And again, I'm not hating on family vlog channels, okay? Some of them can be done correctly, in the right spirit, you know, to where it's not toxic, you know, where it is like just a fun family vlog for the channel. And, you know, they're not trying to compete at the highest level on some like, you know, crazy path of like, I got to be #1, this kind of thing. And, you know, screw everybody else and blah, blah, blah. You know, that's really how you unite communities too. To really unite people and to create a, you know, a positive environment, right? But, you know, look, I haven't even seen. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Specific examples because I don't watch them. But I see them. Like I'll see thumbnails. I'll poke around occasionally and listen to people talk about stuff. But yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff being consumed, guys. Like, do you realize that there is, in my opinion, like actual, you know, some of these people are possibly some of these creators that you're watching right now. Okay, some of these guys have been influenced by very strange forces, and I know it might sound creepy, it might sound weird, but I'm telling you, I've been in this community for a while. Okay, and I'm a very vibey guy. I see things, I feel things, and there is some strange things going on. Just keep that in mind. Okay, but also there's lots of good messages on social media too, right? I mean, there is. And I'm really proud of this channel for having the integrity, and I'm proud of our viewers and subscribers. I thank you guys for that. I really do. Because, you know, recently I wrote this down. I was going to share it with you in a post. What's up, Mike? Carl Waga, good morning to you too. David, Mike G. And it's something that I want to share with you guys that you know, something happened to me like 2-3-ish weeks ago, okay? And I saw it as a reflection in some of my videos. Like all of a sudden, I was kind of getting like irate and really impatient and also like a little bit angry. And I was even watching my videos and, you know, analyzing, freeze framing some of my micro expressions. And like I had like the jugular vein coming out and like, you know, my vein was pulsing in my forehead. And I'm like, dude, I looked angry a few times, and I'm like, man, where's this anger coming from? And I think what it was is like, hold on, I wrote it down. I had this more collective thought for you. I started getting really disgusted with just the superficiality and the competitive superficiality of social media and sort of the fakeness of all of it, because it's very overwhelming. Like I said, you know, we all know that these countries sometimes attract like problematic expats or people that have had checkered backgrounds, difficult backgrounds. And, you know, I'm not saying I'm a saint. I mean, we've all had issues in life, okay? I've come on a long journey and I'm still working on myself and all this and that. But when you spill that over too into like taking that same theory and then you look at like communities of vloggers and stuff and other communities of vloggers, is like there's yeah, there's some strange things going on, and you know, and my heart goes out to a lot of people. Like, look, I don't want to spread hate, man. I mean, hate never lasts and never survives. It's not a good thing, okay? And if you really care about somebody, if you care about a community, if you care about the future, you know, we're not going to go out and be like hating on people, right? I mean, like pray for those. You know, what's the word? Sorry, not the word. Even the scripture, like praying for your enemies or whatever. And like you got to have compassion on people, man. Okay, like compassion on each other and stuff, because it's a real thing, man. And because you get people out here sucked into these stratospheres on social media, man, and they can lose their minds, dude. Some of them, you know, and that's why I was always really keen on having this core strong foundation on this channel, okay? Yes, Mike G, what's up? I'm in my early 40s, Surajit. Yeah, I do work out. I love working out. What's up, Levi? Megadeth Miller. And so for now, I've discontinued even the membership program because I'm not sure where I want to take it. And I'm not sure that I don't want to give people the wrong impression, like, oh, we're going to get a membership and then we're going to go have lunch with my family. I mean, it's weird, dude. I mean, like, give me a break, man. I mean, you know, like, first of all, you know, we're not rock stars. We're not celebrities here, right? And even that being said, like, as a kid, I grew up, I like guys like, you know, Schwarzenegger or Van Damme or other actors and stuff. Like, I would never want to watch them eat food or, like, watch them with their kids. I mean, that's just not something I'm interested in, But you know, there's a on social media, there is like a, and I don't mean this in a sexual way, but there's a voyeuristic element of we seem to enjoy like watching other people, right? And that's fine. But again, they're not gonna, we're not gonna be watching me like push my kids on the swing set and do it. It's not gonna happen. I'm not doing it, you know. So that's not where this channel's going. So anyway, I think I made that point clear. Let's get on to our next point. What's our next point? Hold on, I'm trying to look for my other shirt. I gotta turn the air conditioner on.
Okay.
Son, I gotta turn the AC on.
What the AC?
Air conditioner. Ugh. All right. So yeah, man, the future. Let's talk about the future. How about that? Do you guys want to talk about the future? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Get to the chopper. Yeah. Well, yeah. God bless it, man. I mean, and I also want to say another thing. Like, I'm always open-minded on this channel too. Like, I was never a cancel culture guy. I listen to people. I hear them out. I mean, I had one person like, hey, you know what? Why do you read troll comments? I'm like, well, you know, sometimes trolls, they have like good points, right? I mean, sometimes they just offer criticism or something. It doesn't mean they deserve to be blocked, right? I mean, they're still people. And what happens is you know, for all these like, you know, like bigger mainstream successful vloggers on YouTube and stuff, is like they almost create some of these markets for supposed trolls or these other channels that do. And I look, I'm not into like hatefulness and all that, but I mean, you know, some of these trolls, they have like some relevant points. You know, I mean, and sometimes people just don't want to hear it, right? So that's why I'm not like a quick person to like, oh, we just cut him off right away, never talk to him again. Although I'm getting better at that sometimes, but my point is that if we really, you know, care about the future, like the future of the Philippines, the effects that we're having, our messages as expats, where we're going on social media with all the brain rot, with all the distractions, with all the noise, we got to be living, doing our own thing, setting our own example, and spreading more love. Because, you know, any regime, so to speak, that's based in hate, they go downhill. They never survive. Doesn't happen. Doesn't work. You know, it's not the way to go about it, and it's just the way it is. But yeah, something happened to me, like I was saying a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I started getting, and then I got physically sick, not because of that, but I got I got like a flu or something, and then yeah, and I'm struggling, like, you know, and I'm like, man, I'm watching my own videos, and like I'm getting like angry, dude. I'm like, geez, you know, being sick or angry, it's not really a recipe for good videos, right? I mean, who wants to stay around listening to that? But for real, I mean, I'm like, wow, because so much of, you know, popularity and numbers and exponential growth and social media, you guys realize that so much of this is just based on the psychological elements of sales, right? I mean, this is like when you're going to the mainstream level of vlogging, you're approaching this from a very sales point of view, right? Like you're selling a product, you're selling an idea, or you're selling the Philippines, right? And that's part of the other problem is, like, as vloggers, it's not really, well, I mean, I don't want to say that, but as foreigners, as expats, as vloggers, there's an extra ethical component when it comes to like selling the idea of moving to a country that's not yours, right? That you're a guest in, that you're a visitor, right? So, I mean, there's an extra layer of necessary ethics that's required in that. And that's where, you know, some of the problems are arising, I believe, in just different things, really. I mean, it's, you know. But anyway, let me read some comments. You guys like what we're talking about here? Are you still with me?
Yeah, I do with you.
Thank you, son. Yeah, so I've been, man, I've really been working on the traps lately, actually. You know, doing like you know, 300, 350 pound shrugs with a barbell. I know it sounds like a lot, but I mean, you get guys that are doing shrugs with like 400 pounds, like Swiss cheese. Um, you know what? For a long time, my biceps were bigger than my deltoids because I started like under. So lately, I'm trying to retrain my shoulders. I think I'm getting the cuts a little bit back there. Hypertrophy, mid to high reps. 8 to 12 reps. Just volume of sets. 10, 15 sets per body part. That's really the way you got to do it. I mean, that's how you make that muscle grow. For me, my body responds really well to hypertrophy training. When I got sick though, I was actually really getting into powerlifting because I was trying to boost like testosterone. So I was getting my bench up to like 280, and I was like determined to get it over 300, which I'm still working on it. But it was the heavy bench and just I think that contributed on top of being disgusted with the fakeness of social media that caused me to get a little bit ill. More the fakeness of social media though, and just being tired, and I was like, oh man, because it's a lot to deal with, man. I mean, like making videos every week, and man, I love the audience, man. Like I appreciate the audience so much. I want you guys to know that, and like, and in retrospect, like you kind of understand, you get it. Like when you stop, you see like it hurts, like if you see a video that you cared about, maybe it doesn't do so well, right? It kind of like, oh man, it's like, but then you got to really think about it too, and it's like, you know what? Like you're sick right now. You're not in a good place. You know that on some level you're angry about other things right now. And like I said, with the power of transcendent communication and sales and all this and that, it's understandable. I mean, and that's the way it is, and that's just the way it is. But I'm thankful for all the loyal viewers and everybody else. But let me get back to I had a greater point here we were talking about. AJ Martin says, keep going, Captain. You're making a lot of sense. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, Alma's saying travel vloggers nowadays are forgetting about ethics, constant complaining, bashing, no respect at all. Guys, look at the analytics of these channels, okay? And I'm saying this to myself and other vloggers too. And whether you have, a small channel or a mid-sized channel, the fact of the matter is that thousands of hours are being consumed by whatever you're doing, okay? Whether it's pushing the kid on the swing set, promoting sex tourism, or doing another thing, or doing a travel vlog, or walking around with a camera, eating hamburgers, and filming the nightlife, and BGC or Bacardi or something, or taking motorcycle tours. Like, people are watching this stuff. Like, we have a responsibility to give some kind of balance, right? Okay? So we're talking about time of people's lives being spent, all right? And like I said, when you go back to the core message of this channel, like I said, I started off even wanted to dabble a little bit in like theology, not that but I'm in no position to be like like I can't preach, that's not me. It's not. I wouldn't fulfill that role. But I mean, the point of that I meant is that to talk about, higher minded stuff, or even like the elephant in the room type of stuff. But you got to do it from a place of love, because if you try to change things, a lot of people they might have good intentions, but they get sucked into different energies that can be negative even for them, So it's just something to keep in mind. You guys having fun? Hit that like button, by the way. Yeah, absolutely, Levi. 100%. Well said. Yeah, man, and people are human, man. Like, people make mistakes, and I mean, even vloggers can make mistakes or say stupid things, or I mean, it's like, uh, but there is an undeniable element of that's very real that a lot of you guys got to remember about, the people we watch and listen to is that they're only human too, man, and it can be very mind blowing and take a lot out of a person, going up and down with their whatever, their channel, their message, dealing with people. Like there's a certain collective energy that comes with that. Okay, so the people that we make, uh, I don't know, famous, if you will, or enable and all this other stuff, is that they're almost victims as well in a way because they get, it's like that in the entertainment industry too. It's like that I knew actors like that they get sucked into the vortex, and it's very hard to just like, oh, I'm gonna step away from this. I don't really care anymore. Although a lot of vloggers, statistically, they say they plateau usually maybe 6 to 12 months, and some of them end up quitting. Just they get creator burnout. Uh, maybe the audience has seen the same song and dance too much. But usually, and I could be wrong, but to me it feels like it's more the creator themselves. Yeah, they just kind of stop feeling it. It's hard for them to keep going and going and going. And like I said, it's taxing on them mentally. And yeah. But I used to have these long conversations, like before I started this channel, with people I knew about this, about like, you got to create something that's somewhat that you're going to be able to keep doing, that you can see yourself doing long term. And that's also why it's important to have a good message, because what are we going to be remembered for at the end of the day, right? Like, what's our message, man? What are we doing here on earth? um, and so much of the foolishness and the insanity of social media in general, whew, it's mind blowing, dude. It really is, you know. So very mind blowing stuff. Thank you, Mike G. What's up, Tangerine? But yeah, man, I was watching, and I was like, I got, and I just got. It has nothing to do with the audience. It's just like it was just social media in general. I'm like, man, you get, especially on like realistic channels or real life channels, you kind of put more of your heart into it. You put more of your your heart into it, man. And it can be hard to go up and down sometimes, but you kind of just realize eventually. I mean, I've been through a lot in life. I'm not being overly dramatic, but I mean, I'm saying it's. I recognize that what's cool is that like it's all within my control, right? Like I can step away anytime. I can make a new video or not. Like having that luxury is good. Like if I depended on this, or people that depend on things financially and stuff, that's when it gets a little bit more tricky and it very it can get more desperate and detrimental. So Green Lantern says maybe you should try to work or make business here in the Philippines, talk with people, make a video conversation with construction workers, or defend the blue collar jobs or small businesses. Yeah, I mean, I'm open to other ideas and stuff. People have said to me before, like, oh, why don't you collaborate with so and so or this person, and like, guys, I don't even know half these people, man. Just because they're a vlogger doesn't mean I know them. But I'm also very reluctant to go on other people's channels. well, I don't want to get into that, but I mean that's why I have people. I've had people on my channel before. I'm open to that. You know, having people on my channel. Anyway, Mr. Powers says, "Are you in Asia?" Yeah, man, we're in the Philippines. I gotta change my shirt, dude. I don't like this shirt for some reason. I feel too exposed.
Daddy,
I was talking to this guy.
are you kidding me?
Am I kidding you? No. Oh, well, I'll get to that story later. Hold on. I don't watch a lot of spiritual gurus because, I mean, you know, half of them are hack jobs, but, you know, occasionally somebody will say something interesting. I remember I said to this guy, he has like one of these channels, he's like some kind of guru. I asked him, I said, you know, when you started social media, did you get a sense, did you feel like a different energy, you know? Like, you know, that people were, did you feel like people's energy on you? And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's a very real thing. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's kind of... Where am I at? Man, I'm looking for a shirt. Whew. Well, we've been having a good conversation. I've liked this conversation. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. I felt the need to express that. Oh, that was good. I feel pretty good. How do you guys feel? My hair is a mess, dude.
Good.
Does it?
Yeah. But I feel the
I'm sweaty, man. Yeah, this is a very, very interesting question. Alm23 says, a lot of vloggers come and go. Only the authentic, the ones with sincere intentions can sustain their channels for years. Do you agree, Captain? Yes and no. I mean, look, a lot of but yes and no, because a lot of people do quit. And it's not because maybe they don't have good intentions. They could just genuinely be burned out, you know, and it's hard to keep going. And then, and yeah, and like, but yes, certain types of channels that don't have that basis of authenticity, or if it's just a specific type of message that, you know, I don't know, it's got to go or something. Yeah, I agree with some of that, sir. Totally. Yeah, because if you don't have the sincere intentions, and you know your goal is to just make money or to get this and do that, yeah, you'll burn out because you lose your focus. And Hollow's here, Final Destination. Well, no, life's not meaningless. That's not true. Everybody has a purpose. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a negative thing to say, but whatever. Remember this old Frenchman said that to me at this resort. He was like, he goes, "Oh, I just couldn't imagine having kids in this kind of world with, they're just subjected to the kings and the queens of this world, and I would never have kids." And he's like this like 50-something-year-old, like, you know, 50-something-year-old sex bat that's pretty much worked minimally, and he just pretty much lives by his own indulgences, and he's like, yeah, I would never have kids. But really the guy is a bit of a, well, he's kind of fearful, right? So, you know. Santa ain't real. Oh, here. Okay. Alrighty then. How's everybody doing today? You guys having a good time? All right, Final Destination. You're going to have to give us something else, sir. You can't just dominate the chat with your rant. Well, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's not so much that they're fake, it's that, people get... I think we're manipulated quite easily by just energy, right? And that's what I'm talking about vlogs and sales. This is why I'm comparing like certain vlogs and certain popularities on social media to like, it's very sales-ish, some of it, right? And, a good salesman can sell a pile of crap and, sell it for a good amount, make it popular, and he can be selling you really like, a package of the enemy's cookies or something, right? Like something even wicked possibly or good. And that's where we get deceived, that's where we see things as fake, but yeah, I mean, it can be overwhelming sometimes dealing in this world of social media, man. It's like, damn. All right.
Dad?
Hold on. Hey, go in the other room. I'm not done.
Wait, I just want to talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dad?
Yeah.
I still happy.
Am I happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch the dinosaurs. Mom's making you dinner. Alrighty then. Okay, let's get back to the conversation. I had a point to this. I'm going somewhere. All right. We're gonna have to put you in timeout, Final Destination. You can come back in 10 minutes, all right? Because you keep talking about something. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's Captain Trucker. We are talking about... no, I didn't ban him. He's just... Put him in timeout for 10 minutes. If he really wants to talk, he can come back. It's all good. He's probably had a little bit to drink and he's frustrated. We don't want to be kicking people out for no reason. Okay. All right. Yeah, thanks. I will. I'm trying to recalibrate. Yeah, I really do appreciate this channel, guys. I can't say that sincerely enough because for years I was a very private person, man. Like I spent years even on the road as a truck driver. Like when you're out on the road as a truck driver, man, it's like you can get really isolated, dude. And if you're somebody like me who's a relatively social person and has stuff to say, your mind can start to spin. And since doing this channel, like for 6 months out of this year, you guys kept me company on the road, and it was really helpful to me in like my career and my life and my job. And I was like, man, thank you so much. Like it was great. And I'm grateful for that. And so if I ever had to take breaks from vlogging, it's not because of the audience. Or if I was ever like in a bad mood, it's not because of the audience. Or if I ever, well, because I mean, sometimes you'll get, passive aggressive or sarcastic comments, and sometimes with the way I can be, I'll just unleash on the person verbally. But if I've ever done that, even to those few people, they can always come back too. I'm not like upset with them or something. Well, no, that's not the answer, Lewis. But yeah. um, Denubs. Yeah, I don't think he needed to be banned. He didn't really. Did he say anything bad? I think he was just expressing his opinion like 55 times. So he can come back. We'll see what he does next. But yeah, man. About 277 videos I think we've done. I wanted to ask you all, like, what do you think about, like, give me some ideas for stuff that you would like to talk about in the future and stuff. Eastern Dreamer, thank you, man. Alex, I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle and getting out of my little area here. I was actually thinking about taking a trip, driving to Dumaguete, possibly. Seeing what it's all about. That's the big spot, apparently. That's where everybody's going, man. How's my hair? My hair is frigged up, dude. I'm wearing a hat. I can't do my hair right now. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, that's my next project. My hair okay? Well, yeah, I was talking, I don't know when you joined the live stream, Alex, but I was talking about, this was a good live stream today. I'm glad about the stuff we talked about. I don't know if I can repeat it all, but yeah, man, the social media, man, this whole thing, it's a very interesting time, very interesting. Well, Alex, Eastern Dreamer says, I'm starting to get recognized every day I go out and do Dumaguete, and I'm realizing my privacy is gone in this town. Well, that's not a bad thing, in a sense. I mean, I like it. I do. I mean, I got recognized once in Bacolod, but I don't spend a lot of time there. Then like around this town a little bit, but nothing like it would be in Dumaguete, I would imagine. I wouldn't mind people. I like when people wave to me and stuff. That's cool, But you probably get a lot of that in Dumaguete, huh? I would imagine so. No, I'm all right, Lewis. I don't need help right. I'm good. The Filipino brand of humor. I've been, Eastern Dreamer's got a good channel. Check out his channel, guys. He's got a good message. He talks about, he talks about a lot of expat mentalities, sort of, themes of adjusting to cultures and where people have difficulty adjusting, why they do, leaving some of their Western baggage behind. The profile, the psychological profile of expats, some of them, all that kind of good stuff. I talk about similar subjects too. His channel is getting some more traction lately. He's down there in Dumaguete, so check out his channel. He's doing good work. Absolutely. But yeah, I started off. I was talking about how the future of this channel and what it is. So this is not like your traditional family vlog. Like you're not going to see me having breakfast with the kids, pushing them on the swing type of thing. Like I said, I was 270 videos into it, and I thought, yeah, I'll feature my son a few times. Like you got the picture on the desk at work of your wife and kid. But I mean, the whole channel is not going to be themed around, the intimate life around our house. Like watch us brush our teeth and wake up. That's not what this channel is about. We talk about subjects on this channel. We go into deeper stuff like that. So I'm not hating on those channels, but I don't find them personally interesting. I don't see much value in it. And I'm just being honest. Like I don't sit around watching other people's kids on their vlog. I do find it a bit odd. I mean, I'm not saying that people are doing it with the bad intentions or they're bad people or it's weird. I'm just saying I find it odd. For me, personally. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that's not like what I want to do. Like I don't, to me it seems like that's their private life, right? Like I like if I turn on a vlog and I see somebody like having, I don't know, Thanksgiving dinner with their relatives, I'm kind of like, I feel like embarrassed. Like I don't want to watch it. I feel like I'm intruding on something. Like, oh, that's none of my, that's theirs. I don't want to inject myself into their. That's all I mean. It's like, it's kind of like, it's maybe sacred is the right word. But again, I'm not judging it. I just want to be clear that that's not what this channel is about. And like I said, I think recently I may have inadvertently created a perception that that's where the channel was going. And like I said, like even my son's mom, for instance, she has absolutely zero interest in being on this vlog. And I don't blame her. And she's not going to be on it, because I got people like, where's his mom? And why isn't she like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, how's your son doing? I'm like, well, what? Who are you? Like, what is? And it's not their fault. I take responsibility because I brought it into the reality of potential inquiry. But yeah, that's not what we're doing on this channel. It's just not. So, just want to be clear on that. I just don't see much value in it. Like I was saying, like I like other channels that talk about topics and subjects, like stuff like a genre, like real life stuff, but real life topics and analysis, like Eastern Dreamer. He talks about subjects, analyzes them, stuff like that. That's the type of stuff that I would watch. Like I don't want to see, I don't know, Alex talk to his mother on the phone or something. It's just not, I don't. But I mean, I'm not totally against it, the idea of like, oh, he can never be on the channel at all. That's why, like I said, 270 videos into it, I kind of had him in a few, just quick appearances, saying hey, and then kind of in using that to talk about education for kids and stuff, like parents teaching kids educational stuff in the Philippines, expats that have kids and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've never, had any intention to be a mainstream vlogging channel using my kin as a selling point for a channel. Okay, that's where I draw the line. I'm not doing it. That's not where this channel is about. So, and I'm not, for $1.99 a month you can watch us eat breakfast. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. I'm sorry. Did I say that too much? I think I made that point clear. Did I say that enough? We're good, right? How's everybody doing out there? Let's all do a high five. Let's hit that like button, man. Let's give everybody a high five. You guys having fun?
I'm having fun.
You're having fun, son? That's good. Stay off the camera. You're not coming on the channel. Go hide the family. Oh, God, I'm having fun. Welcome to the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's yours truly, Captain Trucker. Uh, Boy, we're breaking records today, man. We're having fun. I feel good. I feel like I'm back. I'm happy to be talking to people. Hello, Paulo. And you know, well, like I said, I mean, I think they get like PO boxes, and then people will start they're like, we want to thank user XKL2 for sending Rebecca her new shirt. Rebecca, put on the shirt that the subscriber sent you. Rebecca, get on the camera and smile. Like it gets weird. I mean, where do these vlogs, these family, these family vlogs? I mean, you don't even. I mean, look, I love my audience, man. I like the people that comment, that watch. I'm totally grateful for it. But I mean, I can't see you. I don't know who you are. I get like some random stranger like, "Hey, how's your son doing?" I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" It's like, what the fuck did you say? Oh my god. I mean, no offense. Like I said, I know that like 99% of people have good intentions, and they're not like, some degenerate sociopaths or something. I mean, I get it, but you never know. I mean, there is, like I said, there's some ethics with vlogging, and the same is true with like having your kids and family on the channel, right? There has to be some boundaries, like duh.
Okay, got you. We're going to watch on my laptop. Okay.
On next week's episode, we're gonna watch Rebecca on the swing set. I don't know whose channel it was, and I'm sorry to say this. I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I think it's funny. It's not important who it was, frankly, but I saw somebody commented on one of these like family vlog channels, and I think it was like the guy was writing like paragraphs and paragraphs about how to teach his daughter like how to teach her to roller skate or something, and he was going into like explicit details about, oh, you got to get her a certain type of wheels, and make sure you tighten her shoes properly, and you can hold out a stick and guide her. And then he's going on and on. He's like, yeah, I can give you more details about how to train your daughter on roller skates. And I'm like, who the fuck? What? This is so weird. And then I don't even know. Like the guys on these vlogs, they're just like, oh, I'll hit the heart comment. Yeah, I got a comment. That was cool. It's just weird comments, right? And again, I'm like, whew. Anyway, sorry, I'm having fun. But my point is that I'm going to continue doing, the way we've always been doing this channel in the future. And well, I mean, I want to do new ideas as well. So if anybody has like ideas of stuff they want to see, I'm open to it. So yeah, I mean, I'm always open to ideas. Excuse me. You guys having fun today? Raise your hand. Yeah, tangerine. No, it is. It's a friendly message most of the time. It is, and that's totally cool. I'm not against that, like I said. And like if it was somebody like you or Apollo or people that I recognize, it's fine. It's like I don't mind. I'm not like a paranoid, like some paranoid maniac. But you've got to have a little bit of you do have to have a little bit of boundaries and ethics when it comes to like family vlogs, dude. You just do. So. What's up, Paulo? Okay. Man. All Alrighty. You guys having fun today? I hope you all enjoy this vlog. Yeah, I'll still, my son can show up on the channel occasionally. Like, that's cool. And like I said, his mom, she doesn't care. She doesn't want to be on it, and I don't blame her, honestly. I'm like, I mean, it's like, and again, this isn't like a reality TV, like, what do you call it? I don't know. Filming around the house type of thing. I guess I wanted to show people the house, right? Because I thought that's a good, relevant, positive topic, building a house. So, I mean, even like filming inside here, for me, that's like a big personal step, man. But anyway, I've shared a lot with the audience, man. Like, I've talked about a lot of personal stuff, dude. Believe me. I mean, anybody that's watched the channel for a long time, we've talked about heavy, personal, even intimate, well, not really intimate, but personal subjects, Thank you, Tangerine. Michael Baccio. Welcome, sir. All right. Well, yeah, so I got future ideas. I feel good about the future. I'm going to still try to experiment, maybe with new videos, maybe not, or I got to figure it out. But I'll try to post some new stuff soon. We'll see how it goes, and appreciate you all supporting the channel. Please continue to, and check out the latest video. Appreciate you guys watching the live stream. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. Be good. It's Captain Trucker, okay? Take care. Be good, everybody. Bye-bye. Good stream, guys. Did you get dinner, son?